Hey y'all, I look like Poopsie Doopsie Doo over here, and I just wanted to talk about Miley's new Yar's Eve party because I just keep on getting all these suggested articles about it because I keep on watching the dang performances, and I don't know if everybody has seen it, but I think it was actually a performance of a lifetime, and it was a really, 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 really good show. So I'm not actually sure why this happened, honestly. Like, I don't know if this is something like Miley did or if it's like with MTV or like country music. I have no fucking clue. But I'm just gonna go straight into it because it's like I'm just gonna like talk about all the artists and like their different like vocals and songs. So I'm just gonna, of course, I posted so many videos. Like this video is me tapping and I'm dancing to Stars Are Blind. I guess there's about 3 shorts, but I think, or no, I'm gonna post another one where I'm in a dress because apparently I'm blind. But I love that music. So Stars Are Blind is an older song by Paris Hilton. She had redid the cover for it. The cover. She had remastered it or something, and there is a part of the chorus that has a lot of dissonance. And a lot of people be like, "Oh, like Paris Hilton can't sing, and that's why she doesn't have an album right now." And I think it's really rude to say that someone can't sing because honestly, like if you look at a lot of the music people listen today, anybody could record it. In fact, there is technology, so you could just be like, or it could be like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and they would just use your voice as an instrument onto the MIDI piano, and then all of a sudden, it's just kind of like a background chorus, or your voice becomes an instrument, and that's kind of how a lot of things are done. So it's like no one necessarily even needs to be able to sing. And the thing is, like about Stars Are Blind, there's studio versions, apparently versions. Um, they all have not over processed vocals. It's not like over electric. It's not overly auto tuned like some other artists I love. It's not like that at all. So I think this song is pretty well produced and pretty well fits her voice. And I didn't realize like the song was just literally made for Paris, like literally, because Miley Cyrus and Sia are singing along with her, and before Olivia Rodrigo or somebody was singing with Paris like in a club. So years ago, I think could have been recent. I think it's really old with some DJ. Or shit, they were actually singing her song at a party, honestly, for an event. But it's like Paris is really smart because it's like, okay, like if she's not confident on stage, it's a big deal. Well, she's confident enough to like go out there and look beautiful, but she's gonna go ahead and sing. And she actually does sing live. She sang live at Miley's New Year's Eve party. And I'm really, really, really impressed with that because it's just so intimidating to go up in front of other artists. And she did ad libs live, which is really exciting. But it's like, okay, so Sia's singing the song and it was good vocals, but didn't necessarily like blend with the song super well. And Miley was singing the song really well, but she was not necessarily trying to sound like Paris, and I don't encourage anyone to sound like another artist. So like they both like had this like thing about it to where like, it didn't make sense so much that it made sense, if that makes sense. Because like I just like that they were like, I'm not gonna try to sound like Paris. I mean, like I don't think she would ever try to sound like anybody but herself. She has that very iconic image, and she has that like this is my like yodely voice. And Miley has gotten more into I don't give a hell. I'm gonna sing in my lower register. I'll have a country accent if I feel like it, but maybe I probably don't. And so it was a good mix of things, but it was just so mesmerizing, this performance, because it's like you have Miley taking off the song, and it's like, huh, when did Miley release this? That's probably what most people are thinking. Or actually, she's doing a lot of covers and singing other people's songs, which is actually a really fucking smart idea. Because you just don't get genuine things like that anymore. That used to happen a lot whenever people would do mall tours and stuff like that, but I don't know if anyone watching is old enough to know what a mall tour is. Um, and then Sia takes her take, and it's not like, it's like, huh? And it's like, okay, and then Miley comes back and they do it together, and it's just like, what's going on? What's going on? But when they all three sing together, it sounds so beautiful. And it just like, can they remake this song as a trio with like Paris doing the main vocals and like maybe like, I don't know, like them helping out in like the verse or definitely the bridge. A studio version like definitely needs some bridge work. But it was beautiful. Like I was just so happy because I'm in love with that song because like and people keep on saying love is blind, but love is not blind at all. Like not whatsoever. But the stars are blind. Like your chance for fame and how to get views and how to make a friend and is it gonna work out on a date is blind. Completely blind. No one fucking knows. Like it's just in your heart somewhat and your intention and the work behind it for sure, but like the fact to where it goes viral or your relationship is long term and all of that stuff, there's just something else. There's just something else. And like I love that the song and their performance captures it. There's just something else. Like who would put the three of them together? And it's a really great fucking idea. Like I loved it. I don't want any of my commentary to sound like too negative because you know, I'm just going live and I don't really know how I feel about what I want to eat for lunch. And I don't know how to convey it because it's so mesmerizing and interesting and stuff. But, oh my God. So next we're going to talk about Dolly Parton and Miley Cyrus. So I will honestly say that like they could have rehearsed this more or tried to blend together as artists. But yet again, this is a New Year's Eve party, and me as an artist, I don't really sing live that often, or like I'll just take an opportunity to sing live. Like I'll be like dancing, and I'll do it to one of my songs, and I'll like sing along with it, or you know, I'll sing live in public all the time, like for fun. And like I think that like maybe like my Snapchat or my Instagram stories really do show that I am a vocal artist. But like as far as getting into the studio and like making an album and like doing more like professional music videos, that's something I really want to do. But you know, it's like you can only do so much. So right now I'm pretty much sticking to dancing and I'm trying to sing more and get better into my voice. And I do freestyle rap and I do have like some friends and like, you know, I might be hanging out with them and like I hope to do that. But you can win some and you can lose some. But you know, me as an artist, I don't necessarily like do planned things. I am much better as a freestyler. If you tell me to do something, I will fucking try to run with it. But unless I feel 110% confident doing your choreography or your idea, I will be like, what the hell is this like rigid, forced item that's going on in life? And I like to be free. And like, you know, New Year's and the holidays, I think the whole point of New Year's is just like kind of let go because like you've had all these holidays, you've had all these people, you've changed and you've evolved as a person throughout the year, or maybe even the same person. But I like the way that it wasn't perfect, if that makes sense. Like perfectly meshed together because yeah, I think that's also kind of the point is that, you know, like Miley is such a rebel personality and such a let's be you and be free personality that like it's not necessarily supposed to sound like a planned duet, but it is a planned duet. And there are parts of it which are just so gorgeous and the whole costume changes and also the setup and progression of the songs and the way they built into it is amazing. Like for instance, like in Wrecking Ball, I was like, I will always love you. But Dolly's like, I will always love you. And then it like pauses, and then she's like, and I will always love you. And I was like, oh, okay, will you? Um, that is like actually a song that's really hard for me to sing because I focus on it too hard and I think I always start singing in a higher register and it is actually, you know, it's like one of those songs. It's like quite okay, you know, I'm gonna admit that like maybe like I can do some opera, but I don't know if that's like, you know, like head voice is me. But as far as like performers, so like Miley is sitting there being legato as hell. And that's usually something that they tell you to stop doing when you're a recording artist. They're like, it's beautiful, but don't put too much emphasis on the 2 and the 4. And she wasn't putting emphasis on the 2 and 4, or 1 and 3, whatever it could be for that specific song, or 1 if it's a 3-count song. But she wasn't really necessarily doing that, but she was very legato. And she was kind of like, and you know, a lot of the way it sounds to us has to do with the audio mixing. And, you know, they have a damn mind of their own. You can barely ever hire an audio person for your event. So it's like, you know, I'm sure there's a lot, but it's kind of like, it definitely had a party atmosphere. Anyways, but, so parts of it, you can see that Miley has drifted away from her country music roots because she's singing this song like, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And Dolly primarily singing like, and a 1 and 2 and 3, 4 to 5 and 6 and 7, and the staccato and baby. And so it's like it's really like, okay. Like, it's just so interesting and beautiful to see that people are like, you know what? I'm just going to be myself, and I'm going to be myself, and you're going to be yourself, and we're going to stand next to each other, we're going to shine. Because I think a long time ago, there was such a focus on groups and cliques in the music industry. I'm sure there still is, and there's all these wars and like paparazzi and shit. But no, I really liked that for the most part. It was just kind of at certain points of the performance, it's just so interesting because, like, I hate to do this, but I'm going there. It's gonna ruin my potential chance at fame. So it's like, Paris is intelligent, and she's a great performer because, first of all, one of the ways you get more famous, even though she's already been famous since she walked out of the womb, is that you perform with other artists. Like, you put other people on your channel, and you do events, and you do duet pictures, or you have someone featured on your track. Well, guess what? Paris is on the track, so she's making all the money from this song. Genius. And she doesn't need anybody else because, you know, you hear Miley and Sia sing it, and they would have to be altered a little bit, or, like, you know, like studio vocals, like, you know, the producer would work with them to get them to mesh with, but it was made for Paris. And so she performs this song several times throughout her career, but she has other artists perform with her. So guess what? They get to deliver some vocals that, and she doesn't have a lot of experience delivering on stage, and she gets to sing live, actually sing live, which is just amazing. And then she's just networking her way to death. And, like, she puts herself in a group while being an individual person and almost making it look like these people were her background singers, even if they did all the vocals, because she's just fucking Paris. Like, that just, like, blew my mind. I love that. So, this is true. I love that. But then in progression, it's just like, you have Paris's vocals compared to Miley's and Sia's. And you just see these artists that are very vocally strong and very vocally unique. But then you have Miley and Dolly performing together. And this is the chronological order of what, like, I watched everything in, so I don't know. I want to watch all the performances from the New Year's Eve party. Maybe it's a short party. I don't know. But Miley and Dolly standing next to each other. Miley is so respectful, and she just sits there, and she loves every moment with Dolly, and there are parts and songs that Dolly sings pretty much by herself, and I like that they took turns on Wrecking Ball, and she was just like, you know what, I am second violin to you, and I'm very happy to be here supporting you. And that is also very beautiful to do as an artist, because it's like, all these artists have different strengths and talents and different niches, but they're just sitting there. They're sitting there respecting each other, and everyone's in their own fucking lane, and that's what's amazing. But, you know, it's like, just comparatively as a vocal artist, like, I would hope that Paris pursues more music because I love her songs, and I want to listen to them more, and I've recently got back into, like, Lindsay Lohan, like, her Rumor song, like, it just speaks to me, it speaks volumes. And then, like, there's a couple other songs, like that Teenage Daughter, Stepdad song. It's like, But she's actually singing really intensely. And it's like, you know, like Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton, like, yeah, fuck me, I'm old news, but they have some really good music. And even, like, Hilary Duff's sister. And it's just crazy to think, like, how things have changed with celebrities, because like they used to be so far away and so unattainable, and now everyone thinks that they are a celebrity on the internet, like me. And it's not. It's like everyone's kind of in the same lane with each other, and it's just crazy to think like all these things that happened, and like networking, and like everything was so different. Just the whole like recording process and what you could record, and somehow today that has resulted in everything sounding the same, which is kind of sucky, but like it's just so weird how things have changed, and the pros and cons and the comparison and contrasts. But it's like out of all these singers, Dolly Parton is just a good singer. Like that's just like Dolly Parton could record any song in the world and sing it really fucking well and make it look really effortless. And she could deliver those vocals live, and it was just so amazing that at like her age, because it's like, there's a couple of artists that have lost their voice over the years, and like, like the older I get, the more I lose my higher register, because I have a very, very, very high register. But, like a few years ago, I recorded a song in falsetto. Now I don't know what falsetto is, and I'm sure I still have it in me, but it just almost seems dangerous to try to go up there. And Dolly, Dolly Parton. So thank you for tuning into my live. I haven't made a video of this song in a long time, and I haven't even gone live in a long time either. I think that I used to have to be going on my computer to make a live video, but for anyone watching this and that doesn't know too much about my channel, my name is Bernicia Thompson. I used to go by Johnny, and I still do go by Johnny if I'm performing male roles and stuff, and sometimes, I just have a lot of names. We'll get to that later. Maybe I should make a video about that, but I do a lot of dancing and singing, and I do some food reviews. I haven't done makeup in a while, but I have some fun stuff coming up. I do Britney Spears perfume reviews. There's like quite a few of those. My channel is just full of all sorts of stuff that I'm interested in, and my art of three. I've done some music videos before. I work with Cicely Treasure, Sister Wife Compound, same person. I recently got a Christmas card from her, and I'm so excited about it. Or it's a New Year's greeting card. And other than that, like the music videos I've made, like I have done a music video like to enter a contest. So we won a bronze medal, or like maybe it was third place. It was called Azarath, and it was for like this Netherlands or Swiss lady, and she had people do a music video contest, and this guy was in college, and there's this guy named Kai Evans, and he was like the hottest angel you would ever meet, and then he had a twin brother, and that was the like black angel, and like we had recorded a lot of stuff of us fighting together with these flags and doing really great videos, but I ended up losing them over time because I didn't realize they were a Google Dropbox link. But anyways, no one knows where that video is, and no one knows where a lot of things I've done have gone, but I also do parade performances and things like that, so I don't know. I'm just trying to post more videos right now and reach out to people and share my life experience, because I started my channel in like 2015, and I was always going through some things, and I've even gone through some things recently that were just really hard. But I'm trying to like post more because the algorithm is different. First, TikTok was giving people a lot of views for fun. Then Instagram did it, trying to take over TikTok. Now Instagram's not doing it anymore because they're oversaturated to death. But now y'all tube reels are doing it. But YouTube is more of a sustainable platform, I've noticed. So I do post more videos to YouTube than I do anywhere else. Typically, this is because on YouTube, the algorithm is happy that you've posted twice a day. Or on YouTube, I want to have like a record and a history, because I do need to reformat my series and playlist on other social medias. But it's kind of like, well, sometimes you can't post this on TikTok because they don't want to see these natural, beautiful, biologically male, non-enhanced things. And I get flagged for all sorts of things on TikTok, and it's just freaking ridiculous. And then on Instagram, they're so horrible about the audio, but they're pretty good about making reels and having good music. But they ban your audio quite often, or they won't let you download the video with the audio. So sometimes you just don't want to deal with Instagram, where it's like, do I really want to post this on Instagram when this is more family friendly? And on my Facebook page, I do pretty much post everything, but I don't go the full way. So, um, if you look at some older videos, you'll find some links. I do need to update my videos, but maybe by the time you're watching this, this will have all kind of like a little link tree deal down there. So I hope to get that accomplished, and I hope you all are having a good day.